Hello, 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 everybody. This is your faithful friend Sandra Graves, and welcome to The Code. And today we have a very interesting topic. We have a life coach and a community health worker who is going to be talking to us about this topic about beautiful, ugly people. What is that all about? Well, you actually put the word beautiful and ugly in one sentence. What are we going to have with this conversation? Anyway, however, if you are a expert in a particular area and you would like to interview with me, please send an email to info@invivoassociate.com. Again, info@invivoassociate.com. And today we have Sophia London, and she is going to be talking to us about the topic that I mentioned, beautiful, ugly people. She's a life coach, and she's going to share this topic with us. And, before she actually shared this topic with us, I want Sophia to go ahead and tell us, who she is and why she's passionate about life coaching and then so that we can understand where this topic is coming from. So welcome, Sophia. Tell us more
Thank,
about you.
thank you. It's good to be on your program again. I love this topic. Beautiful, ugly people. What is that?
Before you tell us what is that, tell us who is Sophia London.
Sophia London. I am a life coach in the city of San Antonio. I've been doing this for more than 10, 15 years, and I love helping people that are stuck. Sometime in life, we are good at everything, but there's certain areas where we just can't move. That's
Mhm.
where I come in. So I really love being a life coach.
Hey,
That's who
that's
I
great.
am.
That's great. Thank you for that introduction. So now, tell us this beautiful, ugly people. What is this all about?
Okay, beautiful, ugly people. Let me talk about the beautiful people first. When you look in the mirror and you love what you see, you are just beautiful. You are beautiful. You're pretty. What make you ugly? That's the topic of the day. If you, let me talk to the ugly people for 1 second. Are you ugly? Let me explain what ugly is. Ugly is when you look in the mirror and you don't like something. You don't like your eyes. You don't like your lips. Your nose is too big. You don't like your hair. You don't like something. Flash note. You had nothing to do with it. Okay? So let's move on. There's nothing you can do. Ask your mom and dad to fix it. It's too late. Now, what make you ugly? When you look at the mirror and you don't like what you see, it affects who you are. And we are going to talk about that for a second, only because if you are not confident in who you are, then something is wrong with you. If you are beautiful and pretty and wonderful and awesome, but you have ugly behaviors, ugly habits, that make you ugly. I don't care how beautiful you think you are. Your habits and your behavior is what make you ugly. Don't you know somebody that is really, really ugly? There's ugly people out there, but they are so awesome to be around. They're so peaceful. They are just kind people. They are so wonderful that you even forget they're ugly.
That's right.
And I know you have people out there like that. It's just those habits and those practice that we have, we was not born like that. We pick it up along the way. So
Mhm.
these habits and these behaviors that we love so much is what make us ugly.
And
You
yet, you're
can
definitely right about that because I have seen some women that are beautiful, but I cannot stand to be around them because as soon as they open their mouth or their attitude, you just like, ugh. I mean, like the face doesn't go with what they're saying.
and it's not that they're really trying to be that way. They just pick up these habits and these behaviors along the way that now when you beside them you're like, I cannot stand to be around this person, but it's the habit that they pick up. So today I want to talk about the habits and the behaviors that make you ugly. So we are going to talk about that.
Okay, bring it on. Bring it on. We are ready. Come on.
Okay,
Tell
so
us about the habits.
the first thing I want to talk about is, I know people don't like this word, but I will talk about it anyway. Karma. Karma. Okay?
Hmm.
Something that you do today, you don't really care about it. Life is good. And then when you least expect, it come around and bite you.
That's right.
What is karma? For you to don't have these karmas and these things that come back in your life, the first thing you need to understand is this. If you treat people the way you want them to treat you, the cost and effect in your life will be less. I like to be treated well. I like people to like to be around me. But I have behaviors also that I pick up along the way. That does not mean that if I treat you bad today and I'm rude to you today and I just feel to be rude, I just have this day. That does not mean that tomorrow I may not pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's right.
that's the problem. So I don't believe that there are ugly people, and I don't believe beautiful people are ugly. What I do believe is those behaviors that we practice, that we love, and that we keep is what will make us ugly, and we will pay for it eventually.
I definitely agree with that statement. So tell us an example of a situation where you have experienced that yourself. When at your work, or give us an example at work.
Okay, so I went to a dentist appointment. Everybody liked the dentist, yeah. So I went to the
No.
dentist appointment, and there was this nurse. Oh my goodness, her voice, her body language, the way she treated you, it was so peaceful. It was so beautiful. Oh my goodness, I feel so relaxed immediately
Mhm.
only by the way that she treat me. Okay, so
Yeah.
there come this other lady. She's the one that went take the X-rays or whatever, and she had this attitude. She didn't open her mouth at all. She just had this attitude on her face and the looks that she gave me. And I thought, oh my goodness,
Ooh.
she's ugly in and out. So I went with
Yeah.
her. I did my x-ray, and when I come back, thank God I came back to this peaceful and loving lady. And I thought, wow, if it wasn't for her, I would never come back to your clinic. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I realized it wasn't that that lady was ugly. It was just maybe she was having a bad day. Hello, everybody have one. Maybe she was just having a bad day and I was the one that received it. But let's put this in perspective. You didn't wake up this morning to be rude to no one.
Mhm.
You didn't plan it. You didn't say, well, today I am going to be rude to Sandra Graves only because I can. Nobody get up thinking on those things.
Mhm.
But those behaviors that we have, those things them that we practice is what make us lash out and do these things them that are so ugly to other people.
Yeah, that is correct. That is definitely correct. And but how is it that you deal with that with ugly people?
Oh, thank you for asking. That was my next point. Okay, so let's talk about how this happened. When you was born beautiful baby. Everybody thought you was cute. Everybody thought you was beautiful. Oh my God, gorgeous. And then you went growing up and everybody thought you was pretty and you were still beautiful. And then you reach a certain age. Let me tell you what happened. Peter did something to you that was really wrong. You want revenge. You're still planning on get that. Mary talked about you. It was so painful because you tell her something and she repeated. Rosa, she tried to just destroy your name. And I could go on and on and on and on. Let me tell you what that do to you. One, it make you seek revenge. Anytime you're planning to get revenge on someone, you can't concentrate in nothing else,
That's
okay?
right.
And if 5 years pass and you have not get that revenge, you're still thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
That person that hurt you and break your heart, you feel that you are just so, how could that person do that to me? How could I? And don't talk about Rosa. Rosa, talk about you, destroy your name. And even though you love her, you think, the day I can do it back to her. Eventually, Rosa appear and everybody disappear. But that did something to you.
Mhm.
It did something to your spirit. It did something to you inside. Remember, who we are outside, we can't fix it. It is what it is. It's what comes from inside is what makes us who we are. So if you are hurting inside and you want revenge and you are so destroyed inside, what you think is going to come out?
Ugliness.
What you think is going to come your way? The next time a
Ugliness.
friend come around, this is good people, but because they did this to you before, you will have this wall up, okay? And you will attack them before they attack you. That is how we practice bad behavior.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's not intentional. We just want to get at them before they get at us.
Yeah,
And
true.
that is how we become these people that in time we just don't recognize.
Yes, exactly. Oh, tell me about it. I used to be so sweet when I was young. No, I wasn't. I was always stubborn and hard-headed.
Very stubborn, very, very stubborn.
I remember when I first came to United States, I was very much gullible. I believe everything everybody told me.
Mm-hmm.
I was not wise enough. So if somebody told me that the sky was pink, even though I
Mm-hmm.
saw it blue, I actually
Yes.
believed them. So when time passed and I realized they lied to me, I didn't believe anybody else. So anybody else that wanted to tell me something, I went, I was ready to bite on anybody that tell me something that I did not see. That was like that. So yeah, I became ugly and I had to work on my ugliness to make it more pleasant. Well, no, I'm a screamer. Not
Okay, so
ugly, but
now you are
screamer.
a screamer.
Yes.
God, she went work on that.
Yes, Sandra Graves right here. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, but let me go back. Let me go back to one point before we go to break. You being hurting inside is what affect your daily behavior.
That's right.
And people know, I mean, you don't notice it. That's the worst part of it. You don't notice what is going on with you because now for you this habit is who you are. So now
Hmm.
you are a screamer. Well, you notice that, but now people know who you are, but some other people don't even know who they are. They have these behaviors and they think is normal, and when you try to tell them something, they defend themselves. They stop listening to reason because they don't want to get hurt again.
That's right.
And that's the reason why they stop listening to anybody, and you can't get to them.
That's right. But we're not going to break yet. So, we were going into how do we work on this behavior with the ugly behavior that you have. So that example of that lady when you went to the dentist and the one that presented herself in an ugly way. Okay, she was to be looking at this video right now when she identified herself and she said, "Ooh, that was me. What can she do now?"
Okay, the good thing about my example is before I left the clinic, I went to her and I told her how beautiful she was outside, but that her behavior, at least that day, at that time, made her ugly in my eyes. And she was like, I said, yes, ma'am. So if anybody else come in today, please watch yourself.
And what
And
she
I left
said?
it. She was surprised that somebody tell her
Oh,
something.
okay.
It wasn't that she was surprised that she was surprised that I said something. I don't know how many people should treat that way. This key is this.
But
Someone
did
will
you tell her in a beautiful way or in
I
an
tell her
ugly
in
way?
a lovely way, only because I know every day you don't have that behavior.
That's right.
Some days and in a moment of time, you behave certain way and people will always say, oh no, that's the way she is. No, she's not. Everybody have a time. Bad lucky was my day that time, but I don't believe that she's like that every day. But what happened when we don't say nothing? That behavior is normal.
Yeah.
And nobody will ever say anything. Oh no, she's like that. No, she's not. That
Mhm.
is a habit that she pick up that if you tell her, she may be able to work on it. So you ask me how to fix it. To fix it, this is one of the things that we have to be. The older we get, we have to be teachable. Teachable. We think that at certain age we are done learning and nobody can tell you anything.
Mhm.
Listen, you didn't born with that behavior. You
Mhm.
didn't born the way you are right now. These are habits and behaviors that you pick up along the way. If somebody is speaking and you interrupt them before they even say, ah, That's a behavior that
Mm-hmm.
you pick up along the way. If
Yep.
something says about somebody says something and you move your face or roll your eyes or these are behaviors that you pick up along the way. Now, if somebody tell you that and you answer, this is the part where we just refuse. Oh, I'm like that. This is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that because I automatically know you are hurting somewhere. I don't know where. Because if you wasn't hurting somewhere, you will accept the comment and try to change the behavior. You're not pleasing me. You want to be not ugly inside.
Ooh,
And to not be ugly inside, you have to listen. But if you don't want to listen, it's because you want to make sure that person don't hurt you no more. Because that
ooh,
is how we protect ourselves.
ooh,
By if
love it.
but if I ever change, what happened if I change? They will hurt me. It's
That's right.
not about them. It's about you. How are you going to react when people break you? Easy. That problem is yours, not mine.
Ooh, and with that said, let's go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we are going to talk more about you ugly people. Well, you that are working on your beautiful self. Wait, we'll be right back. Thank you, my friends, for watching The Code. Don't forget that we are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are bringing you coaches and speakers and classes and experts in different areas in order to help you grow. That's what we are here for. So if you have any comments, questions, or if you are a sponsor, please send us an email to info@envivoassociate.com. Again, info@envivoassociate.com with your host, Sandra Graves, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for watching The Code. Well, we are back, and I have a question for you. Are you ugly? Or are you beautiful? Or are you both? Do you believe that you can change your ugly behaviors or your ugly self or not? Well, that is the topic that we are talking about today. And based on what I am hearing, Mrs. Sophia London believes that you can change your behavior. She believes that there is hope for you. So even if you believe that there's not hope for you and you are one ugly person inside, I also believe that you can change. Because if I can change, anybody can change. And that's what I'm laughing. Okay? So if you're an expert in a particular area and you want to connect with me and interview with this screamer that you have here called Sandra Graves, please send us an email to info@envivoassociate.com. Again, info@envivoassociate.com. I would love to hear from you, coach, speaker, author, expert, whatever you want to call yourself, beautiful or ugly self. You can actually reach out to me and I would love to talk to you. Let's get back to Sophia London with beautiful, ugly people. And if you want to reach her, all you have to do is visit www.envivoassociate.com, and there you are going to see her image, and just click on it and send her a message, and she will be able to provide you with some coaching if you find it difficult to work on your ugliness. You can work on other things too, but I'm actually liking this topic. Ugliness. Anyway, let's get back to it. Sophia, it's all yours.
Okay, so I want to talk about, we cannot talk about beautiful, ugly people. We have to talk about the C word, confrontation. I want to explain confrontation with an example. Sandra Graves told me something August 1st. I didn't like the tone she used. I didn't like what she said, but I was so surprised that I only smiled and walk away. From August 1st to August 16th, I've been thinking the next time I see her, I am going to say this. And the next time I see her, I am going to say this. And the next time, and guess what? December 31st will come. And because I didn't see her, I didn't get to say anything. What you think happened inside with me?
You're
I am
burning.
poisoning
You're burning up
myself.
inside.
I am poisoning myself. For those of you outside there that believe that confrontation is from the devil, let me help you. Confrontation is something that will help both of you. Me, I will go to Sandra Graves and send something like, Sandra, I wanted to tell you something, but I just need the opportunity. Uh, August 1st, please don't use a date, but August 1st, you said this, and this. And the truth is, I was in shock because I didn't understand where was that coming from. And I really didn't like the tone that you used. Now, when you are going to confront somebody, please understand they did not plan to hurt you. They did not plan it that way. It just happened. And because
And
it,
don't do it in front of other people.
oh, well, where? Don't do it in front of other people because then it will become a fight. I think. I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Mostly if you do that to me, if you like kind of try to embarrass me, let me tell you, I'm not going to curse you out, but
Well,
I'm going to make you feel so ugly. You are not going to want to change your ugliness. I'm like serious, okay? Anyway, let's get back to the topic. Like we're not talking about me here. Come on, Sandra, let go, let go.
if you don't tell the person what you feel, you will always have that in the back of your mind and it is poisoning you. So you come to Sandra and you let her know what you feel. And let me tell you, what you feel is yours. People can't tell you what to feel.
That's
If
right.
I said, Sandra, you make me feel this way, she said, no, no. You don't tell me how to feel.
Ooh, I like
When
that.
you open your mouth, what I felt was this. I'm
Mhm.
entitled to feel because I'm human and I pay taxes. So I pay taxes. So I this is what I felt. Now, your feelings again is yours. My feeling is mine. But to clarify, because I want to sleep in peace and I don't want you in my heart, not in my soul, I will say what I have to say in love and I'm done. However, Sandra take it is on her.
Right.
She can want to make peace or she may want to I am done. For you that have family members that you have not talked to in who knows when, you don't even remember why you're not talking to them. For co-workers that always have this thing going on, tell them what you have to tell them in love and just move on.
How do
Remember,
you tell that to your coworker? Like really, like if you have, you know, Mary Williams, one of the top co-workers at work, the top one, the top sellers, and she's getting on your nerve, and she just was rude to you in front of everybody, and then you say, Mary, can I talk to you? And then you take Mary to the side and you tell Mary in a humble way what she said, and she starts screaming at you, wah, 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 wah. And this, ooh, what do you do? Like, really, how do you handle that? Do you get ugly too? Oh, wow.
first of all, the first thing that we need to learn is this: timing is everything. If the person that you are going to confront right now is heat up and you see them all like, this is not the right time, except if you want to fight. But if you don't want to fight, you wait for the time to speak to that person only because you want resolution. Your
Ooh,
confrontation is not because you want to continue this thing. Okay, let me go back for 1 second. We are not teenagers.
that's
We
right.
are not teenagers. Okay? No, she said that you said that no, we are
Uh-huh.
grown. We are grown people.
That's
Oh
right.
no, me and Sandra is good friends. Sandra, you know what she said? Let's don't talk to her. We are grown. Okay? We don't do that.
Yeah.
So when you went to confront somebody, timing is everything. And if you are not going to talk with them with respect, with humbleness and direct, don't say nothing. Because if you are
Mhm.
going to come to me, I have issues with people confronting me if they come in the wrong way. I'm
That's
just
right.
human,
That's
okay?
right.
If you are going to come to me and you are going to confront me, I am open to confrontation. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what hurt you. And you know what? I am going to tell you because I know that's what you feel, that means it happened.
Mhm.
My job is to say, look, the truth is, in that moment, I was having a stupid moment. It happened to me many times. And that was one of those. I apologize for what I make you feel. I did not really think about it that way. But if I did think about it that way, then this is what I am going to say. I'm sorry you take it that way. But the truth is, what you said really annoys me. And then I will go into why. So it go both ways. Remember, confrontation is for both people. But if I bring it up and she don't want to hear it, because that could happen, then you are done with that. Keep your heart clean. Remember, we are talking about beautiful, ugly people. If you, if she don't want to listen to it, and she don't want to, you know what? You are done with that. You give it over to the universe. You give it over to God, and you are done. Anyone that refuse to acknowledge your feelings and how they make you feel, you are done with them. Tell him to call me. You are done. Because if you don't keep in mind that I am telling you that you hurt me and that I know it wasn't intentional, but that's what I felt, and you can acknowledge what I feel, then really, what is there to talk about?
Yeah, well, people that have a very bad self-esteem or low confidence, all they're going to say is, oh, she didn't mean to do it. And tomorrow that person was ugly to them again. Oh, she had a bad day. And the next day, this person humiliate them in front of everybody. And oh, because they hate confrontation, they have a bad self-esteem, they have low confidence, and all the above. So, what do you tell them in this position? What do you tell them?
Okay, so just because you bring it up, I need to talk about it. Let's talk about self-esteem for 1 second. I need to talk about self-esteem. I love being a life coach because this is my job. Let's talk about self-esteem for 1 second. What make you feel that you are less than anybody else? That is where the question come in. If somebody treat you bad today, Monday, and they treat you bad again on Wednesday, and they treat you bad again, and okay, this is becoming a habit. Okay, the problem is you are the receiver of that habit.
That's right.
I was not put in this world for you to dump on me all the time. If you don't like me and you don't respect me, I can live with that. But you will not, under any circumstances, treat me the way how you feel like and think is okay. Because I need to keep pretty inside. I don't want to be ugly inside. And trust me, everybody can get ugly.
Yes.
The more mature we get, the less ugly we get. Not because we can get ugly, but because we make a choice. You are not going to make me ugly. You are not going to make me like you. You are not going to make me react. You don't control me.
That's right.
So for those people that have low self-esteem, I just want to help you with one word. Love yourself. Respect yourself. No one should treat you anyhow and think is okay.
Yep.
Yep. I have an example for you. And please listen to what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand. This is not about you. If I have the privilege of treating you bad, I'm talking to you how I feel like, and even talking about you how I feel like, and you never said anything. The day you have children, how you think I'm going to talk to your children?
The same way.
How you think I'm going to talk to your children?
That's right.
So when you think it's about you, this is not about you. This is about you and your generation to come.
Yes.
Because if I can disrespect you, I will disrespect your children. And let me tell you something. My children are my heart. So if you can talk to me how you feel like, you will talk to my children like that. I will die before that happens. So all I can say is this. I don't have no problem with you having low self-esteem, but it's no longer about you.
That's right.
It's about your children and about your generation to come. Love yourself a little more.
Wow. I love, wait a minute. I got to clap for that one. That was extremely good. And we have gotten to the end of this program, but before we actually close, I want you to finish up with some powerful closing regarding this topic, beautiful, ugly people. How can we close this? It's all up to you now.
In closing, as we usually say, all I want to ask you is to please look at yourself. Keep a log of who you think hurt you. Write it down. I tell my clients sometimes, I need you to write who hurt you, write who break your heart, write who talk bad about you, write all these things them done. I need you to write it down. And when you think you have enough information, I want you to burn it,
That's right.
because that is yesterday. Today, we are moving on and we are new and renew and we are new people. We are not the people that we was yesterday. So
That's
when
right.
you find somebody that come and say like, well, I remember you when, that was then. This is
That's
now.
right. That's right.
So move on, love yourself, and if you don't do it for yourself, do it for your children. Children, they deserve the best.
And you decide who you want to be. Don't allow anybody to decide that for you. Stop asking people for permission to be yourself. That is your decision, your responsibility. Stop asking people. So, thank you, Sophia London, for being with us today. This was an awesome topic. I love it. I think we definitely have to have a second part of this topic. I love it because this topic, we can just have an encyclopedia about this topic. And I know that anybody that is listening to this topic right now will find themselves somewhere in the stories that we presented. So if you would like to connect with Sophia London, please reach her. Visit www.invivoassociate.com and send her a message right there. She is one of our coaches and she will be happy to coach you. Anyway, thank you again, Sophia London, and thank you guys for listening. May God bless you all.